welcome back. I'm Erika Jordan, and I'm here with the lovely little angel, Aaliya Love.
Hello.
How are you today, doll?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm so glad you could come in today. I know you're very busy, and we appreciate you taking the time to come in and chat with us.
Oh, that's sweet.
So how long have you been in the adult entertainment business?
Actually, I got my start 7 years ago when I was 18 as a webcam model. And I just went with that for a couple of years, and I started going to porn conventions, and everyone was like, so what films are you in? What's your website? And it never even occurred to me. So I was like, I should do films. I should get a website, damn it. So 2 years ago, I opened my website, aaliyalove.com.
AaliyaLove.com.
Yeah, so
Nice.
it depends. You could say 7 years, or you could say 2 years.
How do you spell Aaliya? I'm sure that...
Yeah, that's a problem for
Yeah.
a lot of people. It's AALIYAH.
Love, LOVE.com.
LOVE.com.
All right,
Yeah.
just making sure. Do you feel that it's had any effect on your private life?
Gosh, you know, when I lived on the East Coast and I lived in some pretty, small towns, I kind of felt like weird there. Sometimes depending on who asked me, I wouldn't always tell them the complete truth. But since I moved to California, people are pretty open about it.
But in average cities, it's like we worship the devil, right?
Yeah. It's like, wow, you're a whore and you're a bad person.
We have like live virgins that we sacrifice to the gods.
Yeah. All of that. But no, since I moved to California, everyone here is like, oh, my brother does that, or my sister does that.
Yeah, it's almost impossible not to fit in. How crazy do you have to be not to fit in to California?
In California, yeah.
Well, our viewers actually have a couple questions that they'd like you to answer.
Oh, okay.
One of them is they would like for you to describe your best on-set blooper.
Oh, geez.
I know this is a good one because the behind the scenes is sometimes better than what's in front of the scenes.
My whole life is one big blooper. I have funny stuff happen on set every day. That's why I've gotten in the habit of taking my little handheld camera around and just taping everything I do, because funny shit happens to me all the time.
And you can see that footage on your site?
Yeah,
Nice.
I started posting a lot of behind the scenes stuff on my website, and people love it.
But if you had to pick just one insane blooper.
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is it was on a webcam. It was a girl. This was a couple years ago, mind you. So a girl show on a webcam site was like a big deal. It was like, the show of the month, and everyone was coming. And the girl I did girl shows with, I never told her that she was my first time being with a girl was on camera with this girl. But I pretended,
Really?
I do this all the time. I was fucking girls last night. Let's do this. So the second time we were together, she accidentally squirted into my face. And it was like...
Accidentally? Wow, I've always tried to squirt, but she does it so often that she can accidentally do it.
Yeah, it was accidentally. And then there was like an awkward pause. And then, I would have gone into, yummy. But she just got up and walked away. She just, without a word, just got up and left the room. And I'm sitting there like a deer in headlights. With like 1,000 people watching.
Why?
What
happened?
She, off camera, she was such a shy little girl, and I guess it just embarrassed her so much. She didn't know what to do.
Oh my goodness!
She
Doesn't
left.
she know that all the guys thought that was wonderful?
Yeah, nobody had a problem with it besides her. I was a little surprised, but it wasn't bad. Since then, I've been squirted in the face many times, and I never minded.
Speaking of squirting, do you know how to squirt?
You know what? It's so funny. I've encountered so many guys that watch so much porn that they think every girl can squirt, every girl can fist. I cannot. I know how to.
I would like to learn how.
Me
It looks
too.
kind of cool. I don't...
One time, me and a bunch of my girlfriends, we actually got together and researched it. And there's an actual method you do to squirt. And there's 4 of us, and those 3 girls learned how to squirt. And I can't.
What? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So you have to orgasm, right? And then...
Not all girls.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just as stumped about it as you.
I have a friend who just went into adult, and she's in her 30s, and she now she's squirting like a champion.
Wow, good for her.
So it goes to show, maybe we'll learn how to do it someday.
Never lose hope.
I wanted to ask you if you prefer scenes with women or men, but you don't do hardcore scenes with men, right?
No, I just do the girls on camera. I keep the men to my personal life.
See, I always thought that having a job like this almost gives you an advantage, because if you are bisexual or even bi-curious, it's like, let me think of the prettiest girl I know. That one. Can I do a scene with her? And then you get to kiss her, and rub on her boobies, and have all this fun. And you don't have to take her out to dinner.
Exactly.
You don't have to sweet talk her.
I don't even have to hit on them. You just say, hey, honey, you want to shoot with me? You want to shoot?
Uh-huh.
I just find the hottest girl on the internet and just say, let's shoot.
Bingo. I feel like it's being sneaky.
It's great.
That's what made me get into the soft girl was because there was this girl that I was really, really into and I had such a big crush on her, and she didn't do it besides on camera. So I said, screw it. If I have to be on camera to be with her, I'll do that. When strangers ask you, what do you do for a living, do you always say the truth?
Well, that goes back to the whole East Coast, West Coast thing. Since I moved to California,
What do you say you do?
Well, I don't say I'm a porn star. I've never used that word, porn star.
It's funny how they throw that around. You've done one scene, you're a porn star.
Yeah, I'm a porn star. And it's funny because, like, even when I'm on webcam and people ask me, like, do you do porn? I always get, tripped up because I don't do boy-girl. So I'm like,
right? You're like, what is porn?
Yeah, it depends.
You know what? I went to IMDb and I said, excuse me, I would like to know why you keep qualifying me as a porn star considering I don't do insertion. And they go, any interaction between two people is sex. So by that definition,
so we're fucking right now?
Porn stars. Halle Berry's a porn star. Jennifer Aniston is a porn star. We are all porn stars.
Hot.
IMDb will lie. Ooh, can you always feel your orgasms? What an interesting question. Is an anal orgasm stronger than a vaginal? Can I always feel?
Yeah, well, if I didn't feel it, then
it probably didn't happen.
Yeah. So yes, that's a yes. I always feel my orgasms. Is an anal and a vaginal orgasm different? Totally.
Yeah, definitely.
Totally. I do a lot of anal on my webcam, so butt plugs and little dildos, and I've noticed that the minute I have something up my butt, it's like hitting a switch. Like my pussy's super sensitive.
Yeah.
All I have to do is touch it and I come, and it's way more intense.
Do you have the vibrating butt plug?
No, I hate that.
Really?
You like it?
I just got one and I'm very attached to it.
Interesting.
What about beads?
I like those.
Yeah, I feel like they feel better coming out than they.
Definitely.
I'm still trying to figure out how those work. I'm experimenting.
I can help you if you want.
Please. How about a man pleasuring a woman? Most men don't do it, or even don't know how to do it. What's your advice on that?
Most men don't do it? Who wrote these fucking questions?
I don't know. You guys, what were you thinking?
You better do it.
You know what I think it is? I feel like they start to think they pleased one woman, and then they go, aha, I'm a champion, and they use that same routine on every other girl, and they don't take the time to look up at your face and see, oh, is this working, or is this working? What do you like? Asking some questions. Like, that's not common sense. They feel like if at one point in time they had earth-shattering sex with someone, they are God, and they should just continue to do that with everybody.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I kind of make oral sex fun. Like, it's not like I'm putting them on the spot, if I want to say, oh, look at the laughter. How do you make
oral sex fun?
I mean, oral sex is just fun.
Yes.
But I mean, not like I'm barking commands at them, but I have no problem, telling them a little bit to the left or do that faster.
Right, so then it's more advice for the ladies, telling them really just to ask for what they want.
Yeah, tell that guy what you want. They're not mind readers.
No, and they're gonna think, and then with the whole faking an orgasm thing, I think we're just wasting our time with that.
I'm over that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got over that.
There's no point. Unless, you're really sore and they're just not gonna stop until you.
Yeah, unless they're like, we're not gonna stop fucking until you have orgasm number 10 and you're number 9. You're like, okay.
Oh, that was amazing.
Oh, 10, yes.
That's the only time it's acceptable.
Yeah.
Ooh, do you think most porn stars are addicted to sex?
No. Well, when you use the word addicted, it kind of sounds like a negative thing. No, I think a good porn star enjoys sex and enjoys what they do. I think with our job, more than any other job, if you don't like what you're doing, it definitely shows.
Yeah, I would almost think I would be worried about it having the opposite effect I'd be worried if I had sex all day, would I still feel the need for sex when I come home?
Yeah.
I kind of like being horny all day and then needing to find something to attack. Ooh, and this is my favorite question. What are your tips to achieve a better orgasm?
Better orgasm. Well, you know, like we were just talking about, my go-to is like a butt plug and a Hitachi magic wand.
You have Hitachi too?
Who doesn't?
I'm infatuated with Hitachi. I've had him for 9, 10 years. I just
Me
had to
too.
replace him with another Mr. Hitachi.
Well, I had to have mine taken away for a little bit. Talk about addicted. I was addicted to my Hitachi. And
Mum's your hoo-ha.
yeah, I had to drop it off at a girlfriend's house and say goodbye to it for a couple of months. Like, take this away from me.
Hitachi anonymous meetings.
Yeah, but that's, you know, the road to the best orgasm, I think, for anybody.
Oh yeah, but it's intimidating to the average man when you pull out something this big. And it's not supposed to take away from his, it's just an addition. I mean, it's not like we're gonna stick it up there. I'm sure some people could, but I mean, it is like this big. I just like to sit it there.
on the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can just sit it there and ta-da. What about Kegels?
I could squeeze my pussy. I'm doing a Kegel right now.
See,
But I don't know if that's better for sex. Does it help with sex?
It is. I've just discovered this. I want to make YouTube videos about this. I'm so excited. You can do Kegels prior to the orgasm, or prior to the session, even, or during the orgasm. I can extend the orgasm sometimes up to like a minute.
What?
I'm just learning how to do this, but I'm so pleased with myself. I was like, I'm coming, I'm still coming. Oh my God, I'm still coming. I know this is gonna sound crazy, but I'm still coming.
Wow.
It's so cool. I am. Kegels, please, Kegels.
I'm gonna have to try that one.
So once I figure out the science behind it, I really am gonna make a series of videos because I feel like who wouldn't want to know that?
You definitely should. It would be doing this public a service.
Yeah, it'd be like charity.
Yeah.
Well, now that it's 2010, do you do any of your dating online, like sites like Passion Search or Sex Search?
It's funny that you mentioned that. I was just on Sex Search browsing a couple days ago.
Nice. What'd you think?
I didn't go all the way. I didn't meet anybody. But just knowing that there are people out there that wanted to fuck me, that was enough. You know, I signed up, I posted my naughty pictures right away. I got a bunch of responses.
Yeah.
And I just had fun, like, flicking through their pictures of all the hot guys and the hot girls and see who wanted me and what they had to say. It was fun.
Sometimes it's fun just to create the imaginary scene. Sometimes that's the excitement.
Exactly.
I mean, you can take it as far as you want.
The best part was I was sitting there in my pajamas wearing no makeup, probably with my Hitachi.
Exactly.
And I was having the time of my life. I didn't have to leave my house.
Going through 2,000 profiles of hot-looking men or women that actually want to be with you and are exactly what you're looking for.
Exactly.
And
You could go to the
can't
club
get that anywhere.
10 nights in a row and not meet one good guy.
Not to mention you'll wake up the next day with a massive hangover and no one next to you.
Yeah,
It's a
that's no fun.
lose-lose. Well, thank you guys for checking in with us today. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, tips, please go ahead and put them in the box down here. And thank you again for checking in and have a fantastic weekend.
Bye.